My name is Megha Iyer, Associate Editor of B2B Purchase, and I welcome you on for an interactive procurement series on building a sustainable future with green construction materials. I invite Ms. Ria to introduce the panelists and to order the session.
Thank you, Megha. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Rajiv Gupta. He is the business head of construction chemicals at ECMAS with an engineering degree and MBA from Ajmer University. He has 20 years of experience in building materials and construction chemicals. Working with top Indian businesses and MNCs, Mr. Rajiv established construction system companies at Crisol India and ECMAS and has given technical talks, trainings, and published over 35 articles in various journals. Mr. Rajiv will speak about the role of construction chemicals and waterproofing to enhance the durability and sustainability of modern concrete structures. So let's welcome Mr. Rajiv.
Good evening, everyone. All stakeholders in construction industry, be it construction owners or clients, consultants, engineers, various manufacturers and suppliers, and building occupants. Everyone is very much concerned about the durability and sustainability of our construction. What is actually happening? Most of the projects or constructions are designed for a service life of say 100 to 125 years in case of infrastructure projects. While in case of building projects, structures are designed 40 to 50 years of service life. But what we actually see are structures start deteriorating very early, much before they are designed service life. And there are various reasons responsible for this early deterioration. So sustainability and durability both are very closely associated. We need to understand both the things very clearly. So when we talk about any structure, be it infrastructure projects or any building projects, it generally has two phases. One is substructure part and second is superstructure part. Both has different kind of challenges and environmental attacks. So we need to protect our structure and we need to design in such a way that it lasts for its the designed service life. So when we talk about substructure part, our structure is subjected to water table, it is subjected to various aggressive chemicals present in the soil, various gases. When we talk about superstructure, it is subjected to temperature and humidity changes, pollution, wind pressure, seismic activities, and pollution. So all these factors continuously attacking our structures and drastically affecting the durability. Some of the pictures I am showing, which are our common concern for everyone: efflorescence, rising dampness, water leakages, cracks, spalling of the concrete, corrosion of the steel. So some of these are related to aesthetics of the structure and many factors are related to the structural part of the structure. So these are all signs of early deterioration. So durability and sustainability of the construction is really very important because there are various factors which are directly linked, be it because of economic reasons, safety concerns, environmental impact, utilizing of natural resources, and health hazards. All are directly linked with the durability and sustainability of our construction. There are some key factors which affects the durability of concrete structures. Some of the key structures, one of the most important one is the corrosion of steel reinforcement, which ultimately lead to the weakening of the structure and reducing its load bearing capacity. Similarly, abrasion, that can also lead to the degradation of the concrete and reducing its durability. Water ingress, various reasons through which water can penetrate into the concrete structure and it ultimately affects the durability. Then temperature and humidity changes, chemical exposure, and some structural design flaws or design defects. These are all responsible for the durability of the concrete structures. So it is very important to take these factors into account while designing and constructing any project. Proper use of construction chemicals can definitely help in extending the service life and improving the durability of our construction. So when we talk about any construction, most of the structures are made of concrete. While producing the concrete, two key ingredients are water and cement. Both are very important resources. Using more cement is not desirable. At the same time, using more water is also not desirable, but both are necessary to produce the concrete. By using concrete admixtures and various additives, we can reduce the cement content in the concrete production, and at the same time, we can also reduce the water consumption. Second, just after the construction, we require a lot of water for curing of the concrete, and a lot of water gets wasted in curing process. So instead of water, we can use chemicals like curing compounds, which can really help reducing the water consumption during process. Similarly, use of corrosion inhibitors can help in prolonging or reducing the corrosion process of the steel reinforcement. Then there are various waterproofing solutions which are available, which can act as a barrier and will not allow water ingress into the structure, because water is the biggest enemy of any construction or any structure. Whenever water penetrates into any concrete structure, it leads to the corrosion of the steel and ultimately affects the durability of the construction. So using waterproofing chemicals also help in extending the service life of structures. There are various kind of chemicals available which can help in achieving durable construction. But again, durability is one aspect. Another aspect is the sustainability. Mr. Abhijit has nicely explained the sustainability part. So when we talk about sustainability, there is a growing movement towards adopting green building practices and achieving the more efficiency and more durability and sustainability into our construction. So when we talk about sustainability, two things. One is minimizing the energy consumption in the construction and after construction also. So there are two types of energy consumptions involved in any construction or in buildings, basically. One is energy consumed in construction of the structure, means producing the materials, transporting the materials, and during the construction. Second is operating the buildings, with air conditioning, cooling, heating, lighting. All these uses a lot of energy. There is a growing concern about the minimizing the use of energy in buildings to achieve more sustainability, to move towards sustainability. So if you look at any building, almost 40% of energy is used in the buildings only. Of that, almost 55% is used in the air conditionings, in heating and cooling part only. So by using construction chemicals, means there are a lot of construction chemicals which can help insulating the buildings, creating energy efficient building envelopes, can help in minimizing the or optimizing the energy consumption. Various kind of cool roof coatings are available, which can help reducing the energy consumption. Not only reducing the energy consumption, it also help in improving the thermal comfort inside the building, which is very, very important for the occupant, whether it is an office or a residence. Maintaining optimum temperature is very, very important to have good mood, good working efficiency. So construction chemicals can definitely help in achieving or reducing the energy consumption. There is another trend, green roof, living roof, terrace gardens. That is also a step towards green buildings. So when we talk about green roofs or terrace gardens, we really need a good waterproofing system which can sustain continuous exposure to water and various kind of exposure to UV rays, exposure to chemicals, exposure to plant roots. Using construction chemicals can definitely help in achieving good waterproofing and maintaining our construction for a long period of time. So when we talk about green construction materials or green construction, we also have to be aware what is green material. When we talk about green materials, the material should be eco-friendly. It should have minimum environmental impact. It should be made of recycled contents. It should be biodegradable in nature. It should have low VOC or zero VOC to avoid the health hazards to the workers and to the occupants of the buildings or any construction. It should help reducing the water consumption. It should help reducing energy consumption, and it should enhance the durability of the construction. So considering all this, within the construction industry, there are some key patterns and key trends are developing in the procurement part also. So there is an increased focus for green materials, high performance green materials, the materials which provides high performance at the same time which are green in nature, means having least environmental impact. There is a increased focus on product sustainability, means the products which are made from renewable resources, which are having low carbon footprints, and which are having recyclable content. There is a more focus towards life cycle cost. Instead of product cost. Some products or some systems may be costly initially, but over the life cycle of the construction, it may prove very costly. So we need to adopt the solutions which help minimizing the overall life cycle cost. Then there is a trend to work very closely with the suppliers, because when we look for sustainability and high performance products, it requires close working between the actual user and the manufacturers. So a closer collaboration with suppliers is very, very important, and compliance with the regulations and standards. So all these are very important, and already there is a growing awareness and trend towards this direction into the construction industry. Thank you.
B2B Purchase is available on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also download our app from Google Play and App Store. We would request our viewers to stay tuned for future interactions. With that, today's interaction has now come to a close. Thank you and goodbye.